What is going on, guys? Tobin.short here of Heroes Financial Group, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't done so, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button, and of course sharing this video and many of my other videos if you enjoy and find value in them. And if you haven't done so yet as well, please check out the Facebook page Heroes Financial Group, as well as the website heroesfinancialgroup.com. Now, in this video, I want to talk about term life insurance. What is term life insurance? It's a certain type of life insurance that covers an insured, somebody like you or myself, for a certain period of time. Typically, up to 30 years, right? A lot of companies may have them from 10, 15, 20, and 30 years, and others will allow you to choose anything in between those, right? So quickly, how does it work? If you have a term insurance policy for 30 years, right? And you have it in place, you're paying your monthly premiums, or you're paying them annually, quarterly, semi-annually, whatever you choose, right? It is in force, meaning it is active, all right? So if it is active, if anything happens to you, say, God forbid you pass away within those 30 years and you've been paying your premiums, your family, beneficiaries, whoever it is, right? Your spouse, your children, grandchildren, a charity, will have the death benefit paid to them, income tax free. Now, not all life insurance is equal. Okay, a lot of the companies nowadays also have living benefits with their term life insurance. Again, not all of them are equal, not everyone has them. So if you do have living benefits with your term life insurance, if you have a chronic, critical, or terminal illness or injury, you can also then file a claim and have access to your death benefit while you are alive. That's the beautiful thing about these. It is typically added, or normally added by the companies for free as riders, called the accelerated benefit rider. But again, not all companies have these, and even if some companies do, not all of them have this accelerated benefit rider on equal terms, once again. So make sure you guys are doing your shopping and research and speaking to a representative that has these options for you and can look and analyze at your current plan if you have one as well. So who needs term life insurance and who can benefit from having this in their financial portfolio? So let's take two examples here. We've got John, right, who has his parents, still living parents, okay? He's married, has 2 kids, and has a home. He's a homeowner, and so he's got a mortgage loan that he's still paying off, and he's the breadwinner of his family, okay? And then let's take Steve, who is just all by himself, right? Let's just say, sadly his parents passed away, okay? He's still single and has no kids, and he's doing pretty well on his savings and investments, right? And also has no debt. Maybe he's just renting, okay? Who do you think in this scenario would need the term life insurance? Pretty easy, right? Pretty easy. It's just John. I think that's what I named him, right? John. So he needs a life insurance because, hey, he's the breadwinner of the family. He's the only earner, right? Or the main earner, okay? He's still got parents to take care of. If something were to happen to him, then possibly they would probably be taking on some of his debt or paying for funerals, stuff like that, right? Whatever the case may be, right? And then, of course, he's got his family, his wife and his kids that he's got to take care of. So if his income were lost, then, they might be, or very likely would be, financially struggling if his income was lost, right? Whether that be because of an illness or disease or disability, or, again, God forbid, if you were to pass away too early and that income, and any income potential is completely lost, right? And of course, he has the mortgage, the loans, the debt that needs to be covered, again, in case something were to happen to him. So term insurance might be something that John should be looking at and hopefully has in his portfolio in order to make sure he and his family are protected. In terms of when you should be getting term life insurance, I mean, it is of course really up to you, right? But hey, the earlier the better, and the younger the better, right? Because the cost of life insurance is going to go up as you age, as you become older, and as you get a medical history built up of sickness, illness, disease, injuries, whatever it may be. Okay, your medical records are definitely going to affect what the rate is that you pay, as well as your driving record and even your credit. Okay, and if you have a criminal record as well, all right? There's a lot of things that go into a life insurance policy application that a lot of people don't think about until it comes time for them to actually start thinking about purchasing life insurance, which I think is a major problem and issue nowadays, when people think, you know what, I'm gonna get life insurance when I'm old, that's all I need it for. But at that point is when most people realize that, oh my God, this is not affordable for me, right? You know, 60 years old, 65, you know, people tend to start thinking, you know, that's when I should be getting life insurance, you know, 50s, 60s and later. And it becomes very expensive, and it becomes to the point where it actually becomes unaffordable even, right? So of course, you should be considering it at a much earlier point and thinking about what you have planned for the future, right? Always plan ahead. So even if you are in your 20s, right? Maybe you're single, maybe you're not yet, right? You're not married, okay? Or maybe if you are in your 20s and married and you plan on having kids, whatever the case may be, all right? The earlier and the younger you are when you get your life insurance, the cheaper it's gonna be. Okay, especially if you get a 30-year policy, so you're in your 20s or 30s, it's gonna last you until your 50s or 60s. And even in between then, you can purchase more life insurance as your situation changes, so your financials can be adapted to your situation. All right. A lot of people don't think about it in that way. But what is better for you? Would you rather plan ahead or start looking at this sort of stuff as things arise? And usually at that point is when it's too late. All right. So again, the healthier you are, the younger you are, the cheaper your premiums are going to be, the cheaper your payments are, right? And as well as the fact that you need to be approved and qualified for life insurance as well, all right? So your medical history, credit and driving history, criminal history, right? All that stuff is going to affect it, the rate, as well as your chances for approval. So if you found this information valuable and helpful to you, please give the video a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends and those you love. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, support myself and the channel, so you know I can continue to put out these videos for you guys. I know it hasn't been very consistent, but you know, got to make sure the schedule works and everything. Anyway, all right, if you guys have any comments or questions, you know, of course, put them in the comment section. Feel free to contact me as well. Send me an email. My contact information is in the description below. Again, my name is Tobin.short of Heroes Financial Group. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you guys have a good day. Peace out.